It's early in the morning. I probably shouldn't be doing this. Probably shouldn't be trying to take a Ren classic from what I hear, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Go ahead and cue that intro. Let's get into 7 cents.
He said he couldn't do it, and he did it.
Turn that shit up.
White magic me.
It's too early for this. I know better. When you listen to Ren, you gotta block out some time. You probably gotta block out about a solid 45 minutes, but I don't got that. Either way, I'm gonna do my best right now, right here. Without further ado, we locked in. Let's clock in. Ren 7 cents. By the way, I heard somebody else did a retake or a remake of this, so we're gonna have to get into that real soon. You'll see that here soon. Let's get it. With the vocals right off the bat. Now, what I don't have time to do is look that up. Somebody drop that in the comments. What does that mean? I need to know personally, because just like good artists, you don't just put things in there for no reason. Let's get it. Woo! That. Wow. Let's go.
I lay broken on the kitchen floor. I clawed at the laminate. Pain wandered my body, an uninvited guest.
Ren, what are we doing right off the bat? I told you I don't have that much time, and here you go talking about you're laying on the kitchen floor, clawing at the laminate. You're already starting to paint pictures? Y'all gotta forgive me. Right off the bat, y'all gotta forgive me because I can't do the usual breakdown, but we gonna take a couple things because obviously he's talking. You know what? Just take it back. Take it back. The musicality. That brass. I'm a sucker for violin.
I lay broken on the kitchen floor. I clawed at the laminate. Pain wandered my body, an uninvited guest. Bones of a home where the devil could rest. I cursed the gods, cursed my messiah, cursed my maker. I cursed all of creation. There I lay, feeble and thin. Sick boy, 7 my sin. Have you ever felt pain? Stomach wrenching, unrelenting. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? Condescending, muscles clenching. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? A rose emerges from the pavement cracks. They'll write my eulogy with broken glass. Eternal parallax. Pain the
This man is the mosaic of what we see as when we are looking in the churches and we see the glass, we see the stains on the glass. But in what he's saying is we see the pain, and he has become the canvas. And this is it's drastic to see, because I just did Heretic, but to see this almost put into a different style and almost have the same message, it's amazing what he can do with being in pain and still showing what that pain does and still being the artist to say, I'm gonna paint that picture. Beautiful. Run it back. Muscles clenching. Like you see how he's painting that picture for you? Brother, just let Ren do his thing. Let's go.
Big boy 7 my sin. Have you ever felt pain? Stomach wrenching, unrelenting. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? Condescending, muscles clenching. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? A rose emerges from the pavement cracks. They'll write my eulogy with broken glass. Eternal parallax. Pain the author, I accept this. Pain the teacher, bruised apprentice. Pain resisting, pain will come.
Okay, we're gonna try our best. We gotta let this run through. Stick with me though. But knowing that the teacher always needs an apprentice, it goes exactly what I was saying. He is the canvas. Use me. That's the best thing I can say right there. Whatever I'm supposed to be, to the higher beings, use me. Brother, let it play.
Relax.
Pain.
Pain the author, I accept this. Pain the teacher, bruised apprentice. Pain resisting, pain will come. Pain the mother, I'm the son. Pain that splits you, and too many hits you. The dark and the light will converge to one. Pain that twists you, the heavens dismiss you. The Father, the Ghost, and the Holy Son. Body bagging me. Zip it up quick, get their things on B. I search for peace in the belly of a beast. Sick boy, onomatopoeia. Running up a fever, following a leader. Wanna be me, huh? Grass isn't greener. Bright lights, he's your dynamite dealer.
Hey, talk to him, Ren. Real quick. I'm gonna look right here. If you are thinking that you need to be somebody else, and you think that grass is gonna be greener, you see their life as this amazing thing, you're wrong. Everybody has issues. Do not think that the grass is gonna be greener by thinking or believing that you could be something else. Be yourself. Seriously, be yourself. Master yourself. This is what you were given. This is the vessel that you were given. If he can use it in a manner to be positive, tell the story, you got to do the same for you. Tell people your story. Stop trying to be something else. It wasn't really quick, but that should need to be said. Let's go.
Father, the Ghost, and the Holy Son. Body bagging me. Zip it up quick, get their things on B. I search for peace in the belly of a beast. Sick boy, onomatopoeia. Running up a fever, following a leader. Wanna be me, huh? Grass isn't greener. Bright lights, he's your dynamite dealer. Dine at the table of the coroner, top 13 years and I've been feeling so stark. Lucky number 13, just my luck. Empires tumble, rubble and dust. The universe shrinks and the planets combust. In God we trust. God tied a noose to his neck and he walked to the edge and he jumped. Angels wept, I bear witness, watching the whole thing unfold from my bed. A bed where I never deep rest, a bed where I'm always depressed. A bed with the human oppressed, a bed for a tomb where I slept. A bed in the room that's a womb for this mess. Sick boy.
That reminds me of Chalk Outlines because it just feels like he crawls back into that bed and he just lays there sick, depressed, just having nothing left. But we see the fight continues. He reminds himself of the message that I try to give here. He knows I am. Whatever that is said in his brain, that's what gets him up out of bed. Y'all need to do the same thing. I have to do the same thing at times. When those dark times come, I have to tell myself, I don't care. Put a sticky pad, put a sticky note right by your bed. Write down everything that you are to remind yourself, because you're gonna forget. And in those moments, reach over, grab that sticky note, put it right beside the bed on the nightstand and say, damn, I'm great. That's it. Even that's all you got. I'm great. I am unfinished. Do it. Ren, you remind me. You tell all of us, no matter what's going on, no matter the pain, keep pushing.
The whole thing unfold from my bed. A bed where I never deep rest. A bed where I'm always depressed. A bed with the human oppressed. A bed for a tomb where I slept. A bed in the room that's a womb for this mess. Sick boy bitten by a tick boy. Tell me how it feels to be buried while you breathe. Stones and sticks boy, pain is a gift boy. Hard to make a stand when you crawl on your knees and I kneel. I kneel at the altar of my own disease and I beg. I begged the sky for mercy, mercy never came. That did me dirty, 33 and hurting, cursing. Jesus died at 33 and still my sins are lurking. Gears are turning, future stays uncertain. Surgeon incision, murder ambition. Fear of the unknown preserves a religion. Denounced the gods when my body went missing. Back then, the pain spray ricochet like a Mac 10. Hot lead hit the bed I was trapped in. Red wings, seraphim out of God's grace. Cried tears from heaven like Clapton. Stick pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, check the biometrics. Bloodstained crime scene forensic. Lights on, lights out. Fade into the background.
The wordplay, the rhyme schemes, everything that just happened right there, fucking incredible. The bouncing on the beat, the storytelling that ensued, everything was just a lead up, and then you let that bass drop out. That was Renish. Let's go. I ain't missing none of that. I want to hear that whole thing again. Y'all got to stick around because this is what it is. Like, see, I ain't even got that much time. Let's go.
Stones and sticks, boy. Pain is a gift, boy. Hard to make a stand when you crawl on your knees and I kneel.
Come on, Ren.
I kneel at the altar of my own disease and I beg. I begged the sky for mercy, mercy never came. I dipped me dirty, 33 and hurting, cursing. Jesus died at 33 and still my sins are lurking. Gears are turning, future stays uncertain. Surgeon incision, murder ambition. Fear of the unknown preserves a religion. Denounced the gods when my body went missing. Back then, the pain spray ricochet like a Mac 10. Hot lead hit the bed that was trapped in. Red wings, seraphim out of God's grace. Cried tears from heaven like clapping. Stick pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, check the biometrics. Bloodstain, crime scene, forensic. Lights on.
I didn't miss it the first time, but I wanted to make sure that he did say that. Be humble, sit down. And he gave homage to Kendrick. I'm gonna be honest. I know a lot of you may not think about Kendrick in the same way, but when I tell you there's a lot of Ren and a lot of Kendrick that collides, y'all really need to go check out some Kendrick, and not just Not Like Us. Skip past that track. I know you guys are probably tired of him because of that, but what they have and the light that they shine and the pain that they show from two different sides of two different cultures, both impeccable. Two of my favorite artists right now. Let's go.
The bed that was trapped in. Red wings, seraphim out of God's grace. Cried tears from heaven like Clapton. Stick pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, check the biometrics. Bloodstain, crime scene, forensic. Lights on, lights out. Fade into the background. So down, running from the silhouette of self-doubt. By now, really should have figured this shit out. Lights on, lights out. Smackdown. Let it be. Quote John Lennon. Click clack, John got shot for attention. What does that tell you about the good of intentions? Bitterness formed in a storm of aggression. Prophets get dropped, imagining heaven. Martin Luther, Mahatma, dead. 6-6 followed by 6 and 7. Build them, praise them, bury them, dead. I was born to be half a man with half a chance. My heart isn't half righteous, half is down and half a gram. Half those troubles and thoughts stay darker than Urukai master plan. Sharper than glass shard, splinter and cinnamon. Irony could kill a man. He makes money when the music lands. Expand, pay me my cheese, rain down parmesan. Followed by seven whole sins for a self-made Armageddon. Sin 1, pride makes a man kill a man for his ego to survive. Sin 2, lust.
I was wondering when you were gonna break this down. I needed this portion of it. So if this is the most replayed right here, yeah, I need to let that come to me, because 7 sins, if you really don't know, and let's be honest, if you are doing any of these things, dial the fuck back. You know who you are. You know what you should be and shouldn't be doing. But I'm gonna let Ren. I'm gonna see what he's talking about. Let's go.
Sharper than glass shard, splinter and cinnamon. Irony could kill a man. He makes money when the music lands. Expand, pay me my cheese, rain down parmesan. Followed by seven whole sins for a self-made Armageddon. Sin 1, pride makes a man kill a man for his ego to survive. Sin 2, lust makes the grass look greener. Crucifies trust. Sin 3, gluttony. Humans consume and consume. Planet Earth gets a frontal lobotomy. 4, sloth. Rinse and repeat. Reruns, repeat. Time lost. Sin 5, envy. That's when one man's win is another man's frenzy. Sin 6, wrath, rage, vengeance, killers, psychopath. Sin 7, greed. Greed plants a seed that will destroy us all if we succumb to greed. If we take what we need, then take more than we need, then our oceans will bleed. Still we feed and we sleep and repeat. Then we exile the shepherds and follow the sheep. We inherit the meat. We inherit this world that we bruise and we beat. We inherit this vanity, circles of creeds. Inherit the liars, the murderous thieves. One sin for every one day of the week.
I can tell you what, we are already approaching the 15 minute mark of this video, and I could run that whole damn thing back and probably run through a wall, because when I hear the words, when I feel what he's saying about just the 7 sins, and just for him to allow it to be all the way at the end, let me remind you before I get out of here, this is what the 7 sins are. And that's what I feel like Ren said. I'm gonna put this at the end. I wanted you to stick through and listen to everything that I had to say, but let's be real. Ren does this strategically. He understands the importance of truly understanding and getting the message across. Like, I gotta convey this, and I'm gonna tell you my story. And then let me tell you, one, how I feel about spirituality right now in the place that I'm in, but I'm also the canvas. There's so much happening right there, and it's such a beautiful way. And I don't know why it took me so long to get to this one specifically, because I remember in, I think it was Slaughterhouse, I think I identified there was 6 people standing around him and he was standing in the center. And I just remember the name Seven Sins and automatically my brain just went to that. But this makes sense. This is a reader, an avid reader. This is a man that studies exactly what's happening. And you can tell that he feeds off of that. And he doesn't just read it and forget it. He truly understands, like, hey, I've got to be careful of these things. And in order for me to know that they are important to understand, I need to tell it to my fans as well and through my artistry. It's different when you understand something and you just take it to the artistry and you stop. But when you put it in your artistry and what you stand for, and then you understand, hey, the grass isn't greener. Let me tell you about the darker side. Let me tell you how I must be the canvas. And let me tell you that I must accept all of this while still dealing with trying to navigate against the 7 sins. This man's different. That's all I can say. Now, there's a problem. And it's a good problem to have, because I heard Goatworthy did a retake. I said in the beginning, I'm gonna say it again. If my time permits, watch out for that. Because I wanna see the drastic contrast or the similarities in what happens. Because from what I've seen about Goatworthy the man, I can see where he might take his message just because of what was said. Because there was a lot of doubt. There was a lot of cloudiness in what Ren just said. I want to see if Goat's going to say the same thing or flip the perspective. Either way, we here for it. On that note, y'all stay blessed. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here.
He said he couldn't do it, and he did it.
Turn that shit up.
White magic me.